around, making jokes and just going to work with them. Those are some guys.
When did you kind of realize that y'all had what y'all really needed to have a year like y'all did?
Yeah, honestly, when I first stepped on campus, it was one of the first couple workouts. I'm a MAC guy, I'm a group of 5 guy, and so are a lot of guys on that team as well. And we all kind of, been underdogs most of our life. We all kind of had the underdog mindset and, kind of proving everybody wrong. And, when I walked into the weight room for the first time, went to the locker room the first time, I'm like, man, all these guys are just like me. I came from Kent State, they came from, JMU, ODU, those smaller schools. And they didn't really care about stars. They didn't really care about all the flashy stuff. They just care about working and just going to prove everybody wrong. And I was like, hey, this is going to be a special group. They're just like me. Everybody has the same mindset. So and I was like, this is going to be something special that nobody expected to happen.
CJ, why did you choose Indiana when you were transferred from Kent State? If I remember correctly, you had a number of options. Why Indiana?
I mean, if you know Coach Sig, he's going to talk his talk, and he did the same thing in recruiting. And honestly, I fell in love with the program, his culture, just the way he kind of ran things coming out of the port. I had offers from, plenty of schools, but I felt like Indiana was the right choice for me. It just meant everything to me. And also just the position and the guys that will be there on that roster. I'm like, there's guys that are similar like me. I also just want to prove everybody wrong. I'm not the biggest defensive tackle. So, there's lots of you're not big enough to play here, or you can't do this. And I'm like, okay, I'll go and do it. And all those guys were very the same, in my opinion. So, it was a great time. I loved it.
What do you want to prove here?
I'm sorry, you go ahead.
What do you want to prove here?
I want to prove that I'm a guy who just loves to work. I'm a guy, who's ready for the NFL. I want to prove that I'm a guy who's, going to come to your team and bring energy. I'm a high energy guy. I love, the morale of the teammates. That's my biggest thing. I love hanging with my teammates. I love kind of just getting closer, because the closer you get with your guys, the better you guys play together, the more you can trust each other. So, that's something that I really, stand on. I'm just a hard worker. I put my nose down. I don't, look at all the flashy stuff, the media. I just go in and work hard. That's the type of guy I am.
What kind of questions are you getting from coaches and GMs?
Honestly, just some of the basic stuff. Just kind of trying to figure out who I am. And I'm just go out there and show them hey, this is the guy I am. I'm always the same guy that you're going to see every morning. I'm going to walk into the facility with a smile on my face, and just making jokes. And when it's time to work, it's time to work. I'm the guy that's going to do that. So just kind of figure out who I am, and just also testing how smart I am as a football player. Go ahead, you go ahead.
What's it like being here? What's the experience?
Oh man, it's surreal. I'm gonna be honest. It's a dream come true. I never thought, younger me would be sitting on this podium right now. Walking into NFL Combine, wearing the DL number. It's surreal. And I'm really appreciative. All glory to God. All glory to my family and my teammates that kind of helped me to get in a position, and everybody that coached me up as well. It's surreal, and I'm just kind of living where my feet are right now, and not thinking too much of it. Just kind of relying on the things I kind of did beforehand to kind of take me through this process, and it's just awesome. It's really a dream come true, and I'm just grateful for it all. I love that I'm just I'm a very person who's just going to continue to just kind of work no matter what the situation is. The more attention I may get, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just going to continue to work and do what I do, kind of stick to my schedule, stick to my regimen, and just continue to show everybody who I really am.
A lot of the guys have been talking about being students of the game.
I'm sorry, say it again, I can't hear you.
A lot of the guys have been talking about being students of the game. You watching the pro level.
Yeah, of course. One of the guys that I watched a lot, and even when I first entered college, was Akeem Hicks. That was a big guy. I'm a Chicago guy, so I watched Akeem Hicks kind of growing up. I watched Akeem Hicks, I watched Grady Jarrett, Quentin Williams is a guy I watch a lot. And recently I just started watching Malik Williams. I think it's Malik something, but he's the 49ers guy. Number 9 on the 49ers. He's a great 3-tech pass rusher. And it's just kind of picking up all the little things that he's been doing and trying to, elevate my game in that way.
Are you talking to the Chiefs at all?
I did at the Shrine Bowl. Yeah.
Have you met with the Buccaneers?
No, I have not met with the Buccaneers yet. At the Shrine Bowl I did as well.
How was the Shrine Bowl for you?
It was awesome, man. I feel like the biggest part for me was just kind of learning from not only different coaches, but the other players who've been in different cultures and different schemes and different programs, throughout college. I feel like that was great for me, because I just kind of picked their mind a little bit, hey, how do you play this technique? How do you play a 2? How do you play a 1? What does your coach tell about, getting overreach? All those different things, just kind of, understanding what other schemes may do and how well they play in those different situations.
How do you handle the jump competition against Indiana?
I just the same way I go about everything, just going to work. I don't worry about the 5 stars and the 4 stars, the guys who came out of the bigger schools. To me, it's like, hey, I'm gonna outwork you, and that's my goal every time. And my work is going to prove and show what I can do.
What are parts of the game, parts of your game rather, that you feel will transfer best to the next level?
I would say my violence. I'm a very violent player. I'm very violent in my hands, so I feel like that'll really transform to the next level. And I got really quick hands, quick feet, so I think that'll do very well for me when I go to play in the NFL.
When did you realize being drafted was a real possibility?
I kind of always believed in myself that if I just kind of stick to what I'm doing, listen to what my mom says and staying out of trouble, that anything I want to do in life can become a possibility. But really after the season, just the motivation I got from my guys, my teammates, just like, man, like, just keep your nose out, keep working. Like, you don't know your potential yet, but you have it. And I always like, I'm a very humble person. I'm like, you're just messing with me. But my guys, they was like, bro, like, you got it. You may not see it, but you do, and just keep on going, just keep going and keep working. So I just did that, and now I'm in this position right now.
CJ, what's the moment of adversity that made you the person player you are?
Yeah, okay, moment of adversity. Oof. Back in 2022, when I was at Kent State still, my childhood home burned down while I was away at school, and my mom was by herself with my brother at the time, and it was tough for me because like my mom's going through a lot. She's going from hotel to hotel, house to house, just renting places while we're waiting on all the insurance to come back and kind of figuring out the building of the house. I'll say that's a tough time for me because it was really tough just kind of seeing my mom struggle and not me really being there, to kind of help with that situation. So that was tough for me. But all in all, like we came out residual. My mom was a very hard-working person. No matter what, she's never gonna let anything take her down. So she's gonna keep going and keep rolling. And that's kind of where I get my motivation from, and that's where I get my work ethic from as well. She just continues going no matter what the situation is. I'm sorry, Keith.
Making the jump to the Big Ten last year, what do you think you proved to yourself about that?
Yeah, honestly, making a jump to Big Ten, we played a lot of great competition at Kent State. We played Georgia, Oklahoma, A&M, Iowa. And honestly, my thing was like, it's no different. Everybody bleeds red, in my opinion. Everybody, we all do the same training. I'm saying, so I would just want to prove to myself, hey, I can do this at every single game. Not only the first 3 games that we play in the season at Kent State, I want to show that I can do this every single game against some of the best competition in college football. And that was my goal, to kind of prove that and kind of prove everybody wrong. I'm sorry. The 49ers? Yes, I did. I actually meet with them today. Yeah, I'll get a chance to meet with them today. So I hope that goes well. Say it again?
You meet with the Lions and Shrine Bowl?
Yes, I did. I had an informal meeting with them.
You talked through that meeting?
Yes. I talked to one of the scouts. I can't remember the scout's name, but I talked to one of the scouts. It was a great conversation. He was a real energetic guy. He seemed like a really real guy, and I really enjoyed that conversation that we had.
Any coaching staff or players that you like to play with there in Detroit?
I mean, I love the culture. I love the culture there. You're seeing it everywhere, and that's kind of the culture that we had at Indiana. Like, it's a hard, stiff culture. Like, you come to work to come to work. The best guys are going to play, and that's kind of the culture that the Lions built there. And it seems really nice. You know what I'm saying? I like the culture there. I like the mentality they have.
How do you describe yourself just as a player, also as a person?
As a person, a lot of people say that I'm a big teddy bear off the field, but when I get on the field, I'm a monster. And I feel like I guess that might be true. I'm a really nice guy, but when I put the helmet on, I step between the white lines. I mean, it's different. That flip kind of switches, and the switch flips. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, I'm a great guy. Off the field, I take care of my family. I love hanging out with my friends. I do the right things, and then when it's time to put the helmet on, it's just a monster that kind of wakes inside of me, and I kind of want to prove that every day.
Last 2 questions.
Hey CJ, what do you remember about your time with at Naz, and just how important was that to your development to be here?
Yeah, Nazareth Academy, man, that's one heck of a school. It really helped me grow into a man. Coach Tim Rackey and Coach Battaglia, they really helped improve me and the kind of person I am today. Nazareth Academy, it's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like it, and it just really makes you grow faster. You learn a lot of stuff about true life situations, and school's hard there. It's really, really hard there, and I just kind of worked through that, and it just kind of bettered me, honestly, as a man, as a person, as a human, and with kind of working even in my neighborhood, in my area, doing a lot of working with the kids and stuff like that. And I did a lot of that at Kent State, and even when I got to Indiana, I did a couple things working with children. I love working with children. That was something that I really enjoyed doing, and just kind of doing all of that, like, it really helped me grow as a person.
Last one for CJ.
I met with the D-line coach with the Steelers yesterday. He's a great guy. He seems like a really cool dude. He kind of reminds me of one of my college coaches, Colin Farrell. He really reminds me of him. And I'm just excited for this opportunity. I'm thankful for everybody, getting to talk to me. It's a dream come true. It's really a blessing, and I'm gonna make the most of it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.